Time now for the morning rush. Fabian Gonzales' defense team is beginning to call up witnesses in the trial. One of them is telling a story we have not heard before. The friend of Jessica Kelly took the stand and testified that Kelly told her she woke up the night Victoria was killed to loud music, banging and wrestling. When things got quiet, she turned on the light. Kelly told her that she saw Victoria in a basket in the living room. Testimony will resume today at 9 o'clock. We will be there. The man who raped and murdered a young Rio Rancho girl is starting his life sentence this morning. Ariana Jade Romeo was found partially naked and strangled on a mattress on the floor of her Rio Rancho home back in 2018. She lived there with her mother, her uncle Leland Hust, who was 21 years old at the time. The judge sentenced Hust to life in prison for the murder, 18 years for the rape. A New Mexico man who took police on a wild chase in Texas will be spending 5 years in a prison cell. In 2020, Efren Moreno refused to stop for Clovis police after running through a stop sign, leading officers on a chase that crossed into Texas and injured a police dog. Moreno was convicted of aggravated battery on an officer and a police dog. Zoe.
We are looking at another day filled with showers and thunderstorms, but if you want to get out earlier today, maybe go on a run or just do any outdoor activities, like I said, earlier is better than later because those showers and thunderstorms are expected later this afternoon and evening. Heavy rainfall is possible along with some flash flooding.
An Albuquerque man is charged with first-degree murder after a gas station altercation turned deadly in Taos. According to Taos County deputies, after an altercation, Daniel Chavez stabbed Joshua Trujillo, who died at the hospital a few days later. Chavez is now charged with first-degree murder. Rain is causing devastating flooding in areas around the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire burn scar. Areas in northern New Mexico are here seeing roads and property swallowed up by flooding, and it's only expected to get worse as monsoon rain continues to fall over the weekend. The county is providing sandbags for people in the community who might need them. In other parts of the country, devastating flooding turned deadly. This morning, at least 8 people are dead following extreme flooding in 3 states. This week, Missouri, Kentucky, and Arizona were all hit by torrential rainfall, which led to flooding. Weather models show flooding is possible today from the Colorado Rockies all the way up to the Appalachians. Zoe.
We also have the potential for some flooding today as some strong thunderstorms may drop some heavy rainfall that will definitely lead to burn scar flash flooding on any of our recent burn scars, along with low-lying areas and poor drainage areas. Please be aware with all of the rainfall on top of what we already have seen, flash flooding does remain a huge concern stepping out on your Friday.
This morning, veterans are shocked that a burn pit bill aimed at helping vets exposed to toxins failed to advance. That bill, known as the Honoring Our Pact Act, passed both the House and Senate with bipartisan support in June. But this week, 25 Republican senators reversed their support and voted no. The failed vote does not mean the bill is completely dead, but it does add a major delay on getting it passed. Dirt overrunning homes of one Los Lunas neighborhood is now the basis of a lawsuit against a developer. The lawsuit was filed by people living in the Jubilee retirement community near Highway 6, just west of I-25. They say the work on a housing development next door is kicking up dust into their neighborhood. We did reach out to the developer. We've yet to hear back. Zoe.
We are looking at our morning drive. It's pretty clear. Nothing to really be concerned about as you step out for your early Friday morning commute. Tracker is heading across the Big I right now. Again, just enjoy your Friday morning ahead.
And finally, for your morning rush, one lucky cat may be down to 8 lives this morning. Fire and rescue members in Fort Lauderdale came to the kitten's rescue after receiving a call about the trapped feline. The little guy was pulled from the engine of the car last Friday. After days of working to find him a home, the cat has found a forever family. Time for the 5 facts. We start at number 5 here. Happening today, statues of Walt and Jesse from Breaking Bad are set to be unveiled here in Albuquerque. Actors Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, along with the show's creators and the mayor, will unveil the bronze statues inside the convention center today at 1 p.m. The studio says show creator Vince Gilligan commissioned the statues and is donating them to the city. Number 4, Albuquerque police are launching a podcast with the goal of solving cold cases. The first case they're featuring is that of 71-year-old Agnes Taibo. She was murdered in November of 1983 and found at the Sundowner Motel along Central. APD says this podcast will reach a broader audience. It will also focus on ongoing investigations. Zoe.
At number 3, we are looking at numerous showers and thunderstorms into this afternoon, the heaviest of which are expected across the northern part of the state, where flash flooding, especially over those burn scars, remains a major concern on this Friday.
Number 2, rain is causing devastating flooding in areas around the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak burn scar. Areas in northern New Mexico are seeing roads and properties swallowed up by flooding. It's only expected to get worse, as you heard Zoe so we mentioned monsoon rain will continue to fall over the weekend. The floodwaters carrying boulders, logs, and broken trees downstream. The county is providing sandbags for those who might need them. Finally, number one for you this Friday, Fabian Gonzales' defense team will continue calling up witnesses in his trial. One of them told the jury yesterday about a story we've not heard before. The friend of Jessica Kelly took the stand testifying that Kelly told her she woke up the night Victoria was killed to loud music, banging, and wrestling. When things got quiet, she turned on the light. Kelly told her she saw Victoria in a basket in the living room. The friend says that's when Jessica told her she took an iron and struck Michelle Martens with it. Testimony for the trial will resume today at 9 o'clock.